Hello all. The last day was yesterday of the heat wave that gripped California so viciously. One of the hottest heat waves I've ever felt in my life. It was so miserable. People were fighting in the streets here in the city because of just irritation with each other, I guess. I couldn't believe it. It was such an uncomfortable heat that just worked on you. I myself found myself in an argument during that same heat wave. I feel pretty ridiculous over it now, but it's only the future. Now, tomorrow we'll have a kind of a similar day as today, just a little hotter. And then Thursday, they're saying 108. Ick. The plant life has now exploded because of all the extra CO2 in the air. But that's not really what I wanted to talk to you guys about. It has to do with my last video. We're over in Studio 7 Mosquito Land. Just perfect weather right now. We're about 67, feels good. The dry air is still here, but my mouth is still dry as dust, but at least the fog's in. That'll add some moisture to the air. What I experienced was that several people unsubscribed from the channel because I was talking about denialism. It was as if the truth is something to avoid and deny everything. And that's the way these people are going to think. And all I was doing was putting my own opinion out there. It doesn't mean you have to unsubscribe or subscribe or anything else. You know, you just, if you don't agree with it, click the video off. But my goodness, for that many people to unsubscribe because I don't believe in denialism was kind of, wow, I didn't have any idea. Hopefully they'll be back because I'm not on anybody's side. You know, that's just my own personal belief, is I don't believe in denialism as solving any problem that I personally have or that the planet has. I don't think that ignoring something solves a problem. It just doesn't make any sense. But apparently there's a lot of people that believe. So I had this discussion with a guy, and he was telling me why he doesn't believe in NASA, and it turned out to be a flat earther. Now, I have studied the flat earth theories, and I can't find any studies, peer-reviewed studies on the flat earth. That the sun hangs above the plate, which is Earth, and the two poles are the edge of space, and that's why they're cold, because the cold of space leaks in. And we don't have to worry about the melting poles because space isn't going anywhere. And I really did study this, and I forget what the moon is or how it works, but they don't believe that there's anything other than Earth, that a floating cloud being of some sort or another is in control of things, and there really isn't any outer space, and NASA is just fake. You know, I can only do so much. I work with science, guys. I really do. I work with science. I don't work with theories. I talk about theories once in a while, but I tell you they're theories and not science. Camera just got dripped on. Let's move. The fog is condensing in the trees, causing leakage onto me. So I'll give you my opinion of what science says to me and what I learned about it. But as far as me trusting a theory, right now I'm watching a lot of theories about Tabby Star. But I know that there's very little science yet, and the science is now just coming in. And it may very well be something of natural origin. Or it could be alien, as they're calling it, origin. I like to call it international origin. Alright, so the other news is the earthquake swarm in Yellowstone, which at the time of this video is continuing. Very small earthquakes. The geologists are just saying it's part of the natural ups and downs. Nothing much out of the ordinary. It's just that sometimes the news gets a hold of things and tends to blow it up a little bit. In the North Bay of San Francisco, here in California in the US, approximately that direction from here, way up north, about 100 miles, there's a volcano system up in Lake County, and they continuously have earthquake swarms non-stop on that location. It does have some hot springs, but it's continuously rocking and rolling. It's not unusual to see a 4 or a 3.5 earthquake up there, and that's been going on since I've been watching earthquakes. And yeah, it's a fighter jet. Huh, that's interesting. So I lost my thought. Oh, the earthquake swarms up in the Lake County. So what the story is they say that up there, that volcano is actually slightly moving in a directional, the whole volcano is twisting because of the fault line here, causing constant earthquake. That those earthquakes aren't necessarily lava coming up, because by now, so many earthquakes it would have come up and blown 10 or 12 times. Now, Yellowstone is a huge lava pool that's semi-solid and semi-liquid. It isn't in a state of maximum liquid yet, so it can't really blow up at this time. But geologists are saying you're pretty safe for the next 1,000 years or so. It's sometimes this location is just barely even in the park, sort of the northwest section is having the earthquakes now. And big earthquakes mean nothing to a lava reservoir that size. After all, it is a super volcano that's still active. So it's not looking like we have to worry about it at this time. Or do we? According to Russia, they say they've calculated a nuclear explosion that would be detonated in the caldera of Yellowstone, which then would cause a supervolcano, destroying the US. I hate to tell you, Russia, but you're going to destroy yourselves as well. It's insane thinking like this that really worries me, especially when we have the Orange Man in office. Alright guys, I appreciate all the last comments. They were very good as usual, and the ups and the downs and the new subscribers, but I guess right now we're unsubscribing, so the new unsubscribers. Until next time.